You were going to turn in your paper title tonight. So on a piece of paper with your name on it. Well, because I thought about it a couple of days. I've done it. Causality in my email. So that's funny. It's here something.org.com. So some Google gets together the whole website and that was easy. Like the message practice also in the last 12 years. I don't know. I don't know what you'll find. I have a paper that I wrote many years ago that I wrote because I was poking around in the library one day and I came across a little book that had a data set in exactly the form I wanted. And so I wrote a paper from the data that I had in the little book. So it kind of depends. I don't know the answer. I don't know what you're writing about. It depends on whether or not somebody has taken the time to scan data that is in paper form and turn it into some electronic form. So you're all passing your paper titles over to me. When I give you, and another thing, when I give you a homework assignment, don't send it to me as email. Printer cartridges are expensive. And most days I work at home. And I don't want to use up my $60 printer cartridge printing out your homework. So print it out and bring it on paper. Yes?
Actually, some of the use that's on your website, and it confused me because it suggested that the basic output problem was today.
I think what I told you last week was that you shouldn't do any homework until I tell you what homework I want you to do.
Yeah, I know, but I was just confused because...
And that I needed to reorganize the homework, that column of the website.
You did mention that, yeah. This made me nervous. Yeah.
Calm down. You know what you say to your parents when they get worked up about something that you've done or you haven't done? Calm down, Dad. Calm down. Okay, so stay calm. When there's homework due, I'll tell you what it is I want you to do. Okay? Don't worry. And you'll know. It doesn't, and again, it doesn't make, most of the homework assignments that were on there had answer keys attached to them. Although they might be in MCD or XMCD format, the econ students have access to MathCAD. So how fair would it be?
Where is MathCAD? Not only in the graduate.
Oh, it's not anymore? They did have it on one of the machines in that econ graduate student computer lab. Okay. But some enterprising graduate students will get in touch with graduate students that have had this class with me in prior years and acquire a copy of MathCAD, and then some of you would be able to pop open those answer keys and others wouldn't. That's not very fair. Okay. So I have the same kind of problem with the undergraduates. I teach intermediate micro theory on a regular basis, and I use the same problem sets from year to year. And if I make, one of the things that I discovered was that if I made printed or online answer keys available to them, then somehow they always found their way into the hands of subsequent generations of students who didn't necessarily share them with everybody in the class. Kind of like how competitive things are at the University of Chicago. When I was a graduate student, I had a classmate who started at the econ department at the University of Chicago, and he thought it was so awful that he left after the first year. He said people were going to the library and cutting the articles out of the journals so that nobody else could read them, and they would form study teams or study groups, and they had to have gone to the Ivy League in order to be included in groups and things like that. It really was an awful place. Part of the survival of the fittest mantra of Milton Friedman and some of the other really classical economists in Chicago. So try to make sure that I keep the playing field level across everybody in the class. Anybody else? Anybody else need to give me their title?
Dr. Buck, are you generally expecting the term paper to involve some sort of OLS regression?
What's the title of this course?
Econometrics.
What does the title of the course suggest to you?
OLS regression?
Right.
Okay. I was
Just to be clear about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
My other question is a little bit more esoteric, but along the same lines, is what about mixed effects? I don't know if that's
If you can do those things, more power to you.
okay.
You should do the most sophisticated job that you can do.
So it wouldn't be a problem with the mixed effects.
Oh, no. No. You can, whatever you can do, I'm happy to pick. So if you've had a chance to look, you'll see that I moved some things out of that last column, homework in 2008. Because until the other day it was mislabeled. It said homework in 2006. This is 2000. Okay, the paper title due today, which is 17th, although my watch says. And on the 1st of October, you're going to give me an abstract, and we've already talked about what an abstract is. It's going to be 100 words. And you're going to give me an annotated bibliography, and you should have, by that time, read a few articles and been able to write 3, maybe 4 sentences to indicate that you read it and understood something of what you read. And I will put together a problem set over the next week or so, and I'll put it out here in one of these boxes, and then I'll tell you it's there and when I want it to be saved. Everybody's on board with me?
If the article is next week.
No.
Please.
1st of October. Abstract and bibliography on the 1st. So you have a little reprieve between now and then. Okay. Reprieve is